I started when I was an undergraduate here, so that would have been like in 1970, so I added up, so that gives it 45 years.
How does this generation of sailors stack up?
Well, I think probably the biggest cumulative difference is that the juniors that are arriving on college campuses now, not all of them, but many of them have had far more elite preparation as juniors than they ever did in my day. So the overall level is quite a bit higher.
And what does Skip think of his team this season?
We've got a great young group. It's just my second year, and our freshman and sophomore group. We're not deepest in terms of experience and talent, but we're super deep in terms of enthusiasm and passion. And you got to have that stuff. But the overall average scope of college programs in terms of the facilities and the coaching and everything else is at a much higher level than it was, back in my day.
In his day, Skip found success both here in the States and overseas as well.
Well, your first national championship is pretty special, which that came in 1980. But we had a bunch of really good teams there in the early 80s. So it's hard to pick a favorite.
What about the other places he's sailed?
Places where you sail can be tremendously different depending on where they are and the type of weather you get and stuff like that. So the unique experiences you get are as wonderful as the places.
Were any of them particularly memorable?
I got to say that the Sydney Olympics in 2000 was pretty special. It's this fabulous backdrop, and we were sailing right in Sydney Harbor most of the time, but sometimes we were in the ocean. That was what's so cool about it, because instead of competing in one particular race area, which is normal, they moved us around. So day to day, one day you'd be in the ocean, the next day you'd be next to the Opera House, and the next day you'd be out by Sydney Heads, and that was a very, very cool experience with the backdrop of Sydney. That was special. The 2 silver medals helped also.
I was going to say medaling does do some good, yeah. And Skip says he wouldn't trade URI for anywhere else in the world. What does it mean to you to come back to URI to coach the same team that you were a part of and enjoyed so much?
Well, it's pretty special. I don't think I would have gone back to take on another college job after so many years away from it if it hadn't been this one.